Greetings and salutations, everybody. So, I need a quick chat check to find out if my volume is good this time because it was pretty rough last time. And then, Gio, go ahead and say something. I just want to check the meter.
Test, test, 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope I'm loud enough.
Uh,
Hello, everybody.
okay, I'm going to go a little bit louder on yours. So, let's see what everybody says here and sees if they all can hear me. Let's see here. 5 by 5. Okay, well, that's. Gotta love it when I get a military response. All right, so greetings, ladies and gentlemen. With me today is Gio Streber. The let's see, audio is okay, cool. Um, Longtime collaborator, Hallöchen Surf Persil. Unfortunately, Surf Persil wasn't going to be able to join us this evening. She's in the middle of a previous engagement, and so it's just going to be me and Gio. And this one's for my German friends. I have been wanting to complete this video for a while. I even went so far as to have subtitles and also overdubs made by Cheshire and Reds.
Wait,
But
wait, 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 stop. You can't just, go over that fact so quickly. I really want to see that version as well.
okay, well I'll see what I can do about that because I don't think I actually rendered it completely out. But
I must say, though, that's fucking cruel, forcing Reds and Chesh to,
play
dub
play Fat
Flat
Earthers.
Earthers.
Well, I mean, come on. I had you, Sean, and Reds playing biblical figures,
Oh, yeah, right.
and that's a video I still haven't completed yet, or just never got back to because I wanted to do it animated, and I was having trouble with the animations I was trying to do. Um, but nevertheless, a quick recap. This is footage from a while ago. This is footage from 2019. It was a wonderful raining day in Frankfurt, Germany, and I had this is when that Globe Live tour was going around. Now I was hoping to run into somebody at that time like Ranty or Riley or any of the people that I was normally used to dealing with, at least on the European scene, or maybe even this allegedly Dave guy or anybody like that. But unfortunately, none of them showed up, and I ended up with Catfish. I got some guy named Trinity who I had never met before, um, and uh, and then I got there was a couple who showed up, a couple who had nothing directly to do with the Globe Live tour. They were actually there to visit and show their support because they are, or at least at that time, they were flat earthers. And now we also need to understand that they ran around and did a live stream pretty much the remainder of the day. I mean, I was literally there from about I want to say about 8 o'clock in the morning, just waiting for these people to show up. They didn't show up till like 3 in the afternoon, and but it gave me a chance to go to the Lego store and to the DJI store and all this other stuff. And uh, I was basically walking around at that point with a rain jacket on because it was rainy and cold outside. And I was walking around with a rain jacket on with shopping bags under my jacket. So it was, uh, to the untrained eye, I probably looked like more like a terrorist threat. But the nevertheless, so I had these people were there. Now I've already done two other videos on this exact same encounter. The first video I did was the banner that they put up, which was this big, sprawling banner of just about everything that you've ever read in a troll section or in memes produced by flat earthers. Which I literally went through each individual one. You can find that on my channel. I'll put links to all that in below this once this is all done. Um, and then so I was having a great time with that. And then I did the interview that I had with Trinity, and Trinity was trying to. He basically he never really answered anything. All he was doing he was more asking me questions, as flat earthers do, but not providing anything of any value. And then what do you call it? He He said that Bob Nodell had proven the ether and all this other stuff, and even the Freiburgs. That's the name of the couple. That is not their last names, but I'm just calling them the Freiburgs because of where they come from. You'll notice that here in a minute why I called them that. And but even the Freiburgs laughed their ass off at Bob Nodell, basically just calling him a joke. Um, I mean, this was maybe about in total my entire time there was maybe about maybe 30 to 40 minutes. Now we also have to understand something here in case anybody wants to say something about showing other people's faces or anything like that. This was all streamed live. Okay. Now Geo actually watched a good bit of the live stream, a good bit more than I did. All the people that are in this video, they what do you call it? They were on the live stream and stuff like that. So this isn't me, pulling some weird little off the wall video. It's just that I have the complete video of me talking to the Freiburgs. I also have the complete video of me talking to the to Trinity. And Gio, tell me a little bit about what they were doing in the live stream that you can recall.
To be honest, it was so long ago, I can't recall fucking shit.
But I
Well,
do
3 years at this point.
about 2.5
Time
years.
flies like crazy.
Yeah. No, but I remember that they were they were running around town afterwards, and basically doing the classic what they like to call flat smacking people. Which is basically walking up to people and telling them that the Earth is flat, and spreading the usual bullshit. Oh, what's up, Sean? How you feeling, dude? I hope you're feeling better, man. Obviously, you're still alive. That's good to hear, man. But the so we had they ran around for a couple of hours doing live streams, just walking around the streets of Frankfurt, as they did in various other cities throughout Europe.
Yeah,
Doing
when running around when they didn't get captured by the cops and put in jail for not carrying around your ID card.
yeah, that was funny. Where was that? Wasn't that like Italy or some shit like that?
Yeah, that was in Italy. I think it was. Wasn't it right in front of the Colosseum in Rome?
It might have been, yeah. Yeah, I mean they tried to go where the most tourists would show up, so they can, or at least the most passers-by would be. And obviously, I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, if you're going out there to get people's interest and stuff, that's kind of where you want to go in the first place. So
Yeah, but still, at least look up the local laws in order to avoid some crap like that.
yeah, like walking around with your ID and stuff like that, and they tried to protest against that. That was funny as hell, but yeah. But long story short, so let's get to the meat of this here. So what ended up happening is when I was actually I'm not gonna lie, man. I went there. I was baiting him. I wanted somebody to talk to me about flat Earth, and because as soon as I saw the banner, and I just gave it a quick once over, I was laughing my ass off the whole time. And so I'm just standing there. Literally, I walked all. They had a mat on the ground, and then they had a banner up in the front. And as a matter of fact, I have a little bit of that footage because I also filmed it as I was walking up in case somebody wanted to give me shit while I was walking up. Hold on a second here. This is the Frankfurt video, right? Yeah. This is the second one. Why is it called 2? Oh, that's because that was the completed.
Surprisingly,
Sorry about that. Oh, where's the raw? There's.
By the way, if you're trying to show something, I can't see.
Well, I had it on I had it on the other screen. Did you hear the audio though?
No, I did not.
All right, so let's go try this out.
You hear that?
Maybe, yeah, I do a little bit in the background. It's not very loud.
Not very loud. Okay. Now this, I'm sure you can see it now, at least on your screen.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Now let me wait for the stream to catch up here because the stream is going to show that. Hold on a second here. Okay. So yeah. Okay. There's quite a bit of lag here. Okay. Well, as far as the stream, the backup. All right. So I'm going to turn the audio off on that for a second. But this is me. What? Yeah. doing a wonderful job of filming. This is me walking up to where they were. Now they were right in front of the old Rathaus in Frankfurt, right across from, I forgot what the name of that damn church is, but
Is that Frauenkirche?
I think so. It's where it's actually the site of a book burning that happened way back uh, during the war.
Well, not during the war. That was
Well,
earlier.
it's, before the war, yeah.
Yeah.
And but this was what I walked up to. Now hold on a second.
By the way, for me the footage is really laggy, but it seems to be fine on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. Now right in front of me here, this is Mrs. Freiburg. This right here in the orange jacket, you're going to see her in a second as well. She seemed to be somebody who was in support of this. She never really said anything, but she seemed to be part of one of the two people that was there. And let's see here. This was the banner that they had up, and this is all. It's all the standard bullshit. And this was also when Dirth's lying cash cow app showed up. Uh, and that's an ad for it right down here. But so hold on a second here. But I was literally standing like right here, just in front of this drain.
Oh, before you continue, just keep it on that frame. There's some detail that I never noticed before. Do you see in the second column, the third one, there's this big font on the bottom? Is that
Yeah.
fucking Comic Sans?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
I hate it.
This was about the Cavendish experiment and how nobody has ever repeated it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And like I said, I went through each one of these frames. What do you call it? This one was about pictures. This one was about what do you call it? The misquote or the overly abused quote from Mr. Simon from NASA. This was about the scientific method, which they completely screwed this up. This is a meme that we've all seen before. This has to do with what's real and what's true about water level. This was a bunch of questions. I called it the lightning round. This was about Cavendish. This was just a couple of pictures claiming a flat horizon. Pythagorean theorem. I forgot what this one was, but probably equally not
It's
important.
probably about density or whatever.
Yeah,
By the
and
looks of it.
this was about there's no GPS, everything is Loran. This was about various experiments like Michelson-Morley and all that stuff. I don't recall what this one was. I think this was an ad, or it was just some kind of misquote. But the ones that are going to be picked up on here, and then of course there's the flat Earth model that they say they don't have a model. This is that flight routes map that they keep on screwing up, and then the faked thermal image, which they faked to make this, and then of course flat earthers calling NASA liars. And then Dirth's lying flat Earth app, which was just recently proven to be a lie, even though it didn't even need to be proven to be a lie. And then, of course, that discussion about the thermosphere, and which I find hysterical. But anyway, so and of course, if there was proof of flat Earth, this wouldn't be called Research the Globe Lie. This would be called Flat Earth Proof. I mean, let's just be honest about that. And but I had stood there and I was just sitting there laughing at it, right? And like I said, trolling whoever was there to come talk to me. And now the only things that are going to be brought up by the Freiburgs is they're going to talk about these photos here. The camera work is going to be kind of shoddy because I had the camera kind of at my chest level and I was just filming them. I wasn't actually doing this to film a documentary style. This is what they said. This was me just having a camera on while I was talking to them. And but they're going to first he's going to reference the standard flat Earth model that isn't a flat Earth model. Then they're going to reference the flight routes. Then they're going to reference these pictures here and all this, and then it gets, well, in a light sense, Mr. Freiburg gets a little bit testy with me, and then they came out with their own proof that they didn't want to show me. So anyway, this is just the scene. This is where I was, okay, and what do you call it? And I'm just kind of yeah, this is me filming it, so I had it all. Oh yeah, the statement was about cognitive dissonance, um, which every flat earther suffers from. And but like I said, this is them. I mean, this is all the raw footage. What do you call it? This is when I was talking to the Freiburgs. This is them. This is Mr. and Mrs. Freiburg. That's the lady in orange. I don't know who she was. And then this is when I started talking to Trinity. Now, Trinity has this entire interview live uh, on his channel, and which I had actually brought up at one point during my other stuff. Let's see. And then it started to rain again, and then yeah, this is when we were talking about. Yeah, that's when Trinity wanted to talk about the banner and stuff like that. All of the, oh my God, ad nauseum disproven claims that were on that banner. But anyway, this is Mr. and Mrs. Freiburg.
Jesus Christ, they already look inbred, Are you sure this is the Freiburgs, not the Habsburgs?
Yeah, no, I'm not going there. I'm not going to do it. But hart aber herzlich.
Ouch.
But these are the fine people who spoke to me first. Now, again, these people were not part of the actual tour. These were flat earthers who came all the way up from Freiburg. And you need to understand, I mean, you know this, Gio, but other people don't. They came all the way up to Frankfurt. That's about a good 3.5,
3 hours.
Yeah, it's
at
about
least.
it's about a 3, almost 4 hour drive, especially given this weather and this time of year. And so they drove all the way up there to support this. Okay. Now, this is going to read like any flat earth comment section that anybody's ever seen.
So I just want to point out, according to Google Maps, it's 2 hours 44 minutes by car.
Yeah, well, I know how much construction was going on at that time, so it probably took them a little while longer. But anyway, these are the two people. Now, please understand, I am not saying that these people are representatives of Freiburg. Freiburg is a very nice city. I actually drove down to that, and I'll tell you more about that here in a minute. But I actually drove down there. It's a very nice city, very, very beautiful city. So while they come from there, I just want to make sure that I'm stating that they are not representatives of the city.
I mean, at least we hope so.
Well, it seems to me that I probably would have been pelted with eggs had I gone down there, and this was actually that was actually the case. But all right, so let me go ahead and get out of this because I have a shortened version. Otherwise, we'll be going through that. Let me go through over here, and then part 3. That's the I did do an overdub. Okay, maybe I'll play that a little later at the end of the video. Sorry, Red. Sorry, Chesh, but I gotta do it because they were kind enough to actually read the subtitles for me so I could put it out there in English, seeing that the majority of folks who watch my material probably don't understand German. So let's see here. Now, I did do this with subtitles, so there's going to be a lot of subtitling on it, or, well, you know what? Actually, since I'm already going to play the subtitled version anyway, I'm going to go back to the raw, and you and I will do it through the raw. All right, now was this the? Yeah. Yeah, you and I, Gio, we're going to go through the raw, and we are going to translate what happened here. All right, so hold on a second. Oh, hold on. Now, my discussion with them was only about 7 minutes long, but there's a lot to discuss here. All right, so hold on a second here.
Let's see. Any of these parameters have not been demonstrated as what? Not demonstrated.
Okay, now real quick, can I get anybody in the chat to tell me if they heard that audio, which is me actually there? I know you heard it, Gio.
Yeah, but it was very silent.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, now that might be because of the call, but not because of the. Hold on a second here. Let me see
To me,
something.
to be honest, it sounds like it's coming through your speakers.
But it's not. No, I have that. Okay. Now it might be coming through because I have a gamer's headset on. Hold
Okay,
on.
well, so do I, and for me, it's usually not a problem.
Okay. Damn. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can just pump the volume up here.
Yeah, so you guys hear the audio. Apparently, I just don't hear it properly. So it might be something with Google Hangouts.
Damn.
No, it's almost completely mute.
Really?
Yep.
Damn it. Now, hold on a second here. Heard it, but it might be a bit too low. Audio. Somebody says audio is okay. Yeah, I'll have to do that, Rec, but I'm not. Hold on a second here. Why is it that? Oh wait, I'll bet you if I go over to the meat side, you'll hear it better. If I think I can adjust the volumes, settings, microphone, video, general. I just want to make sure that everybody hears this right the first time, because I had some audio problems before. I had everything set way too low. Um, Damn it. Hmm. Damn. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so the people out in the video or the people out in YouTube could hear it, but you could not.
Yeah. So the problem is in Google
Yeah,
Meet.
yeah, Meet is
Is it maybe just muted on my side? Hang on.
no, I don't think so
No,
because
I
the,
don't
the
think so.
problem is I only have two audio options and they're not mixing out to the Meet. They're mixing out to the stream. Shit. Um, let's see. Full screen, whiteboard. No.
Okay. Well, I don't even get an option to mute your stream, so maybe you're just simply not sharing audio.
Actually, hmm. Well, I don't think if I did virtual cam and fired it to you, it probably wouldn't do it, would it?
I have no idea.
Hold on a second here. Let me see if I can tools. Yes, I know I'm presenting to everyone. Jesus, stop that. Damn it, and I just updated this thing. And I don't know where virtual cam is anymore. It moved. It used to be under tools.
In what
Caption.
streaming service?
OBS.
OBS.
Yeah.
I know it was a plugin. Did you install? Did you maybe reinstall your software again or
Yeah,
something?
I just decided to update it today.
It's possible that you need to re-download it then.
All right, well, let me just do this then. I'm going to switch my audio and then we'll use a little bit of speaker. So hold on a second here.
Just open up another window in YouTube Geo. Yeah, I do have that. The problem is just that there's this extreme, almost 20-second lag
Yeah.
between our conversation, me and Sly, and what you actually see. That's just, the data being sent to YouTube, then being processed, and then back. That makes it basically impossible to follow this live if you're on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh wait, RT virtual cam? I think I just turned on the virtual cam. I think I did. Hold on a second here. Yeah, as usual, me being completely ready to go on this. OBS camera, virtual camera. There we go. Like that. Okay,
But
so I
that's
could.
just a camera, right? It's not a microphone.
Yeah, well, hold on a second. Let me stop presenting to you. And now you should see that, right?
I see something, yes.
Yeah, you see the The
Yeah, I do.
okay. Now you see it, but you don't hear that audio.
I do not know.
Shit. Oh, that sucks. Okay. So
I would suggest, do I have you on Discord?
yeah, I think you do, but
Yes, then let's just switch from Google Hangouts to Discord, because there I know that it works.
okay, you're gonna have to help me out on that. Let me go ahead and
Super easy. Sly, yes, I do have you. Hang on.
yeah, send me a link in Twitter to.
A link, I can't send you a link. You have to open Discord and then go to the message that I just sent you there.
Oh shit. Hold on. I hate Discord.
It's the only software that actually works properly.
Yeah, but I hate Discord. All right, I'm gonna hang up with you here, and then I'll go into there. Send me a message so I can at least get to you.
Already done.
All right, so I'm gonna hang up with you here. Sorry, guys, it's just taking a second. It's just I need to make sure that Geo can hear this in real time, and because if I don't do it that way, he's not going to be able to react to it, and otherwise he'll have the 20-second lag. So I'm terribly sorry about this. So let's see. Yeah, got it. Okay, got it. There's Geo. Okay, hello. Yeah, but now how do I do this? Oh shit. Ah, okay. Join call. All right, Gio, you hear me?
Hello.
Hello. Okay, now
I can't hear you.
Oops, hold on.
You need to check your microphone settings.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Let's see
Okay.
here. I need to go to gaming headset. Oh, but if I go, well, no, the microphone. See, if I go to the gaming headset, you can probably hear me now. But the problem is, if I go to the gaming headset, then fuck it. I'm going to digital output. I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so. No, not that. Not that. Not that. Oh, this is a mess. And why doesn't it show me the... Oh, okay. No. The microphone is going to be... Input device is going to be from the gaming mic.
If you're trying to say something, I still can't hear you.
All right, you hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you. Thank you. Hi.
All right, no, it's just I wasn't set up for this yet. But the problem is that if I set up my mic to be the mic on my headset, I still have the problem of output audio. So hold on a second here. Now, does everybody else hear Geo?
Test 1, 2, 3, 4.
And we got to wait for like 15 seconds for that to happen.
Yeah.
OBS camera. Let's see here.
Well, for you, I should just, yes, they can hear me.
Okay, they can hear you. Okay, that's cool. Now,
Yes.
now I'm going to do an audio check here.
Oh,
Now, did everybody at least in YouTube hear the video? You should have just heard a little bit of crowd there. And let's see here. Now, did you hear it, Gio?
Can you? Well, no. You need to share. You just need to share it.
Okay. How do I do that?
So the way this works in our conversation, there's this big button underneath our two icons that says Bildschirm übertragen, share screen.
Okay. Share your screen, right?
Yeah, and then you need to select the window with the VLC player, not the entire screen, just the window. That will also transmit the audio.
Okay, hold on a second here. Ah, okay, I see. So it's not. I see one that says VLC on it.
Yes.
Okay.
I assume you're using VLC. It looked like VLC to me.
Right, it is. Smoother video, frame rate. We'll put it at 15 seconds or 15
You can put it all the
frames.
way up. I'm fine.
Well, I'm just okay. So
My internet connection isn't bottlenecked in any way. I have, I think 100 megabits both directions.
Right.
Okay, can you play it?
All right, so
Now I can hear. There we go.
okay, you can hear it now. Let me just do one last check on the audio here before we get rolling here. Man, this is a mess. I got like 4 different streams going on for here. All right. Okay. Just need to know if everybody heard me go, Let's see here. Okay, so, I got it finally there. And let's see. Okay, so everybody can hear it. All right. Sorry that took so long. We had to figure out how we were going to do this. Damn Discord. All right. So, this is me standing in front of here just laughing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play like this real quick.
Not demonstrated. I did it.
I'm literally trolling anybody listening.
Oh.
Okay, did you hear that part right there, Gio? That was when Mr. Freiburgs showed up.
Well, it was mainly, people talking.
Right, but in the background he said, "Ich will nicht so viel lachen."
Okay, that I didn't understand it, but it was there, yeah.
Okay, so here, listen real quick here.
Oh.
Yes, I heard it.
You heard him that time. Okay, so for anybody who's wondering, this was Mr. Freiburg had paid attention to the fact that I'm standing in front of this thing laughing, and he said, "Ich will nicht so viel lachen." That means there's nothing there to laugh at. Okay, so this is where this gets fun. Okay, so hold on a second here. I'm going to do this kind of in chunks and pieces here.
Oh.
He says, "This is die Wahrheit. Ich will nicht so viel lachen." That's basically.
Yeah, he said, "This is the truth. I wouldn't laugh so much if I were you."
Yeah.
Was kannst du sagen?
And I'm laughing. I'm just like, yeah, you can say that. Now, mind you, let me put this out for everybody to understand. I am American. German is not my native language. Though I do speak fairly well, I do not speak perfect German. My grammar sucks. My pronunciation most times sucks. But I do speak it more. I do speak it better than most foreigners, at least American foreigners.
To be honest, Sly, you speak better German than most Americans speak English.
Well, yeah, I'll give you that. So, for those of you who actually understand German, es tut mir leid. Mein Deutsch ist nicht so perfekt. Okay, so we'll stay out of the critiques of that part. All right, so he has basically chested up to the table. He said that what do you call it? This is all the truth. There's nothing to laugh at, and this is where this began.
Ich find's total lustig.
Das findest du auch immer jetzt?
Bitte?
Versuch mal herauszufinden, ob es nicht so ist.
Okay, so the classic test from flat earthers is to say, do your own research and test it and find out if it's true or not.
Actually, what he said was try to find out that it's not true. He gave you a negative. He asked you to prove a negative there.
Right. And we've all seen this before in comment sections. This is literally going to be a human being breathing a comment section under a flat earth video defending flat earth. That's literally what this is going to be. But it does have a twist. Okay, so we're gonna go into that.
Hab ich ja. Wie funktioniert das?
Okay, so I told him I have tested this, and I'm pointing right now at the standard flat earth model at the top, which is up here in the corner of the screen. And I just asked him, how does this function?
Das ist der Kreislauf, wie die Sonne um die Erde geht.
Ja, ist
Okay, so he's telling me that this is the circle that the sun goes over the earth.
Actually, around it, not over
Well,
it.
around it, yeah, the Kreislauf, yeah.
funktioniert's nicht dabei.
Ja, doch, das funktioniert.
Nö, überhaupt nicht.
Warum denn?
Von die Winkel einfach.
Von was für einer Winkel denn?
Ja, zum Beispiel,
Okay, so I'm telling him that the angles don't work. He was like, you know, what are you talking about? It doesn't work. And I was like, well, the angles don't work. Yes, I know I screwed up. I said angle, but I was just basically pointing out that, you know, none of the angles work as far as observing the sun or the moon from a flat Earth map.
sagen wir es so, hier in Deutschland, ne?
Ja,
Na, das heißt, dass die Sonne
ja.
wird jeden Tag nach Norden, also
Ja, die
über
Sonne,
Westen,
das ist ja nicht richtig so.
So I started pointing out angles, and I said from here in Germany and stuff, what do you call it? To the north, we would be able to see the sun. That's what I was starting to tell him, and but he automatically jumped right in because somebody is actually offering a critique on the flat Earth map. What did he say, Gio?
Yeah, I guess that's fair enough.
Yeah, and his exact response was, "Yeah, but this isn't exactly correct."
Der richtige
well,
Weg,
also,
Huh?
Actually, he said something like, "Yeah, that's not completely true. There's a slight difference there in translation, but yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it works."
Okay, so let's keep going here.
so
ja, die
über
Sonne,
Westen.
das ist ja nicht richtig so. Der richtige Weg
Ach so,
der Sonne,
das ist nicht richtig so.
Das ist
Ich
nicht,
hab ja eben
nein, das ist
gefragt.
nicht genau, das ist ein Modell. Pass mal auf.
Oh God. You remember whenever flat earthers tell us that we shouldn't use models?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he just, you know, said exactly that.
Yeah,
That
he was
this is
basically
just a
saying,
model. It doesn't really work like this. This is just a model.
right. So he's already bailing. Okay, he went to it. I didn't lead him to anything. He went to it and said, "This is how it works. This is how the sun, and moon go over the flat Earth." And then when I started to critique it, he goes, "Well, it doesn't really work like that. It's just a model." So continuing.
Ich habe dir aber eben gefragt und du
Ja,
hast
das
gesagt,
ist
dass es
die
wie es
Sonne.
geht.
Im Winter ist die Sonne weiter im Norden, im Süden.
Ja,
und
das
im
weiß ich.
Sommer
Ja,
ist sie weiter
okay.
im Norden.
Yeah, so he just corrected. He misspoke in the beginning. He said that in winter the sun would be further north. Then he corrected himself. And said
Oh yeah,
it
he
would be
corrected himself. I
further
mean,
south.
I'm not going to critique him on something that he misspoke on. But
Yeah, I know. I was just quick. I just noticed that and immediately yelled stop. So I want to point that out that he
Yeah.
corrected himself there.
yeah, he was basically he's running down the flat Earth mantra that the sun makes a bigger circle in the northern winter months and a smaller circle in the northern summer months.
Ja, aber um die richtige Uhrzeiten und die richtige
Ja.
Laufzeiten zu kriegen, der wird immer im Norden vom Westen.
Das kann ich dir hier zeigen.
So he jumped right out of that. I was telling him that in order to get the correct angles, the correct azimuths to the sun, it would always be every day it would be north of west when it sets, and north of east when it rises. And so he jumped straight away from that and went over to the World War II Allied bases flight route map. Just jumped straight to it.
Guck mal hier. Das
Weißt
sind
du, was das ist?
15 Grad sind genau eine Stunde.
Ja, das weiß ich.
Okay. So right now he's doing the 15 degrees per hour. This is how it works type thing. And but then I had to cut him off because I know this map quite well. I have a couple of very high resolution copies of it because I did a video called That Guy in 3 Maps or something like that, where the guy was actually cutting off information that was actually on the bottom of it, and it was hysterical. So I know these maps quite well, and most other people who've debunked this stuff know that the measurements of the lines do not concur with a flat Earth. So hold on.
Das weiß ich. Weißt du, was das ist? Okay. Hast du jemals die Nummern hier nachgelesen?
Die Flugroute, die sind
Ja, das sind die
alle ein
Flugrouten.
bisschen komisch.
Ja, die sind Flugrouten, genau. Hast du die Unterschied zwischen einer Route wie hier und eine Route wie hier verglichen?
Now what I'm asking them is if they have ever actually read that map and read the numbers and made a comparison between the lengths of different lines. And Geo, you're gonna love where he goes with this.
Oh, this is gonna be bad, isn't it?
It's funny. Hold on a second.
Ja, stundenlang.
Ich würde sagen, du hast es nicht gemacht, weil das ist nicht von Stunden, das ist vom Kilometer, Miles hier. Ich kenne diesen Ding, da gibt es 3 Arten von diesem Ding. Okay,
Ich kenne die Umrechnung, es sind 1,6 Kilometer ist eine Meile.
Bitte?
1,6 Kilometer ist eine Meile.
Ja.
So I'm trying to tell him that it's not written in time, it's written in miles. I screwed up and I said kilometers first, and I said it's in miles, and he wants to tell me that he knows the difference between he knows the calculation to make kilometers into miles.
Aber was, ich meine, das hier ist nicht da gerechnet mit Stunden, hier ist gerechnet mit Kilometer, mit Meilen.
Wahrscheinlich stimmt die Karte nicht genau, weil
I also want to point out that usually if you give a distance in miles when it comes to navigation, usually that's nautical miles.
I'll give you
So
that.
you're kind of both wrong, but okay.
Yeah. But did you notice what he just did there?
Actually, no, I did not.
Hold on, watch this. Let me play it back, because as soon as I started correcting him, what do you think happened? Hold on a second.
Ja, aber was, ich meine, das hier ist nicht da gerechnet mit Stunden, hier ist gerechnet mit Kilometer, mit Meilen.
wahrscheinlich stimmt die Karte nicht genau, weil
So he's saying that the map is probably not correct.
So he points at the map. He wants to use it as proof, and then he runs from what the map says, saying, "Well, it's probably not correct."
Yeah, then maybe you shouldn't, use it.
Right. I mean, don't run to it if it's not working for you. Oh, by the way, here's Trinity in the background here. He's interviewing other people. This was
That's the guy with the beard right behind the dude in the yellow jacket.
the dude that looks like a poor man's Rob Skiba. And
You mean a Rob Skiba? No, wait, I forgot. Rob Skiba's dad isn't here.
Yeah, he passed away. And,
Yeah.
But nevertheless, so he's gone to 2 different maps now. He's gone to the model, but then he dismissed it when I started, pointing things out about it, saying that, well, it's just a model, so it's not true. And then he jumped over to the map with the flight routes, and as soon as I corrected him on that, he says, well, that's not exactly, 100% accurate. It's just it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I mean, come on. And so let's keep going here.
keine genaue Karte haben bis jetzt.
Okay, so du hast gesagt, dass das stimmt genau, aber dann nicht genau stimmt, wenn jemand fragt.
Du willst nicht
Du hast
wissen,
gesagt, dass nein. Warte mal. Du hast gesagt, oh, das ist hier eine
Guck mal
bessere
hier.
Karte.
Guck hier, das ist
See, I was trying to tell him exactly what I just said now, which was I said, you pointed at this one, and then when I questioned it, you said it's not 100% accurate. Then I started talking about the next one, and he broke into the middle of it, says that, well, you just don't want to know.
He also said that we don't have a proper, correct, accurate map yet.
Right. And now
Which,
while
of course, that's the way of kind of coping out, where whenever you point out that there's a mistake, they can say, "Oh, either we don't have a proper map, not yet, because we just couldn't, or because they are hiding it, or whatever."
well, then how do you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I always love that. They're hiding it. Well, how do you know they're hiding it if you ain't got something to show? But while I was explaining it to him, you guys, I mean, anybody, whether you understand German or not, you'll see exactly what he did while I was talking. Watch this.
Warte mal. Du hast gesagt, oh, das ist hier eine
Guck mal
bessere
hier.
Karte.
Guck hier, das ist der Weg von der Sonne.
Guck mal here, which is basically, okay, get off that subject because you just disproved what I said about it. Now he's pointing at another slide that's up there saying, look, this is how the sun goes. He just jumped completely off of it. So, hold on.
Ja,
Ja, hab
und
ich
das ist
gefunden.
genauso Blödsinn wie das, weil das funktioniert nicht.
And what I was showing him was, and I went over this when I did the banner video, because I've seen that slide before. It's basically the slide showing the thermal, the globe with the average temperatures, which they faked because of the fact that they cut both of them out in summertime, whether the southern hemisphere and the northern hemisphere both in summertime, and then they put those two halves together to make a fake result, showing that the only thing that happens is actually the sun going over the equator. So, and now I'm telling them that one doesn't work either because of the fact that I've actually gone over that before.
Sicher gesagt, du willst nicht wissen.
Nein, ich habe
And his reaction is, you just don't want to know. That's his answer. Du willst nicht wissen, that means you don't want to know.
es getestet.
Du hast getestet.
Wissen Sie, wer ich bin?
So.
So now you're doing the good old "Do you know who I am" thing?
Yep. And
Which is just alpha as fuck.
yeah, I because he turned around and says, "You've tested it." I told him, I said, "I've tested it." He goes, "You've tested it like that?" And I said, "Yeah, don't you know who I am?"
Nee.
Ich bin Slice Barkin. Schön, dich zu kennenlernen. Willkommen in Mainstadt.
Just to translate, it was a very ballsy move of saying, "Very nice to meet you. Welcome to my town."
Yeah, welcome to my world, bitch. But
Well, I mean, you didn't say the bitch, but
no, I didn't.
that
But
was
the tone
basically
was there.
implied. Yeah.
It's nicht der Text, sondern die Musik. All right, so hold on. So they didn't like that, so that's that. Now we're gonna have some fun. So
So, hier ist das Ding. Ich habe mir diesen Ding hier hoch.
oh, in case anybody wanted that quoted here, let me go ahead and do the whole thing here. Hold on a second.
Ja,
Ja,
und
hab's
das ist
gefunden.
genauso Blödsinn wie das, weil es funktioniert nicht.
Sicher gesagt, du willst nicht wissen.
Nein, ich habe es getestet.
Du hast getestet.
Wissen Sie, wer ich bin?
Nee.
Ich bin Slice Barkin. Schön, dich zu kennenlernen. Willkommen in Mainstadt. So,
Sorry. Yes, it is in Frankfurt. Whoever's writing that. This is in downtown Frankfurt in November 2019. This is the Globe Lie Tour, and these are actually people who came there in support of this. They are not part of the tour. These are actual living, breathing flat earthers.
Well, are you sure they're properly living?
Uh,
I mean, how little of a life do you have to have if you believe this?
I mean, shit. I mean, if you're gonna walk through life this paranoid based on this little information, come on now.
Spend your time with that crap instead of doing something useful.
Oh, her face gets better here in a second there, and you're gonna love this because this is where they want to chest up a little bit. So hold on a second.
hier ist das Ding. Ich habe mir diesen Ding hier hochgebracht.
Okay.
Okay? Es gibt 3 Arten von diesen. Die waren ausgegeben mit Kekse in den Kriegszeiten.
Okay, I'm talking about the flight route map, and yes, they were actually among many versions that were put out. It was basically propaganda information, just general information. It wasn't really propaganda, but it was general information of flight routes among Allied bases during World War II. And yes, one of the versions of it was actually given out as part of a cookie box. It was part of a cookie box. So, and I was just telling them, I said some of these were delivered out with cookies during the World War.
Weil die sind Flugrouten zwischen amerikanischen Stützpunkten. Alliierten Stützpunkten, soll man sagen. Okay? Diesen Flugrouten, guck mal genauer hin. Schau mal diesen Ding in einer Hochauflösung und lese mal diese Nummern. Und sag mir, dass diesen Ding hier bricht das ab in 100 Meilen. Ne? Und dann brich eine von diesen ab in 100 Meilen. Und sehen, ob das stimmt. Die Vergleich stimmt nicht.
Okay, so basically I'm giving them the long version of why the flight route thing doesn't work. I was like, break up the lines into 100-mile pieces per the numbers that are standing there, and it doesn't work for flat Earth. It just doesn't. So.
Stimmt überhaupt nicht. Okay? Weil die sind Routen hier über eine Globus.
Jetzt fangen wir mal ganz von vorne an. Du glaubst, dass die Erde eine Kugel ist, ja?
So.
So he tries to switch topics again by starting from the very beginning.
And what did he say, Gio?
What? Can you repeat that?
Here.
Routen hier über eine
Jetzt
Globus.
fangen wir mal ganz von vorne an. Du glaubst, dass die Erde eine Kugel ist, ja?
Ich kann es beweisen, dass die Erde eine
Beweis
Kugel
mal.
ist.
Okay, so you said that he said that basically he's asking you whether you believe that the Earth is a globe. And you said that, yeah, I do. And then he asks you to prove it, and you say, yeah, I can prove it.
Oh, and she just looks like somebody took all the wind out of her sails, doesn't it? But
but that didn't happen when you were there. That was probably way earlier.
yeah, that's true.
Like that's not the shock and awe kind of situation where you see that you might be, opposed by somebody. That's like 2 hours, 3 hours afterwards, after you realized how badly humiliated you've become.
Now, I will say this though: she becomes the mouthpiece for the remainder of this in a second when they start to put forth what they claim to have proven. So, hold on a second.
Ja, ich hab mal. Kannst mal überall auf meinen Kanal gucken. Ich habe mir multinationale Experimenten gemacht. Ich habe mir mehrere von diesen quasi Beweisdingen nachgeschaut.
Okay, so I'm basically giving my Slice Barcane resume, stating that I've done multinational tests. I've done many analysis of the claims of flat earthers and all this. Just saying, basically, hey, look, I'm not somebody you're going to just beat with words here. And so hold on a second here. Let's see. I didn't know they went to Germany. Well, yes, a large portion of the German populace knows English because it's actually taught as a required subject in school. Now, how many people retain it, that's something else. But
I would say everybody who's younger than 40 speaks at least a certain amount of English.
Mm-hmm. So
that said, if you go to the former Eastern Germany, you might have really issues communicating if you talk to older people, just because they didn't get taught English. Instead, they got taught Russian.
Right.
So, keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm telling him this, and now he's looking for something on the banner to jump to. So hold on a second here. This is why I'm following him around, because he's looking for something else to talk about.
Von diesen quasi Beweisdingen nachgeschaut.
Jahrelang probiert. Ich habe bis jetzt noch keinen Beweis gefunden.
He says
he was looking for the proof of all years, and he hasn't found one so far.
Yep, many years, and he hasn't found any proof yet of the globe.
Oh, did he say viele Jahre or 4 Jahre?
Viele.
Okay, then I misunderstood it. I understood 4.
Well,
But okay, fair enough.
He speaks Freiburgs.
Yeah. I actually noticed it already. He does the Swabian thing. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. All right, so here I'll play that one part again.
Quasi Beweisdingen nachgeschaut.
Jahrelang probiert. Ich habe bis jetzt noch keinen Beweis gefunden.
Beweis für die Globus. Okay. Wo ist hier eine Foto?
Okay, so I said, oh, then what do you call it? You're talking about proof of the globe, and now I'm pointing at those 3 horizon pictures that are up here in the corner, and I'm asking him, what do you call it? What are they pictures of? Now, these are the pictures I'm talking about. Sailboats on it, and then there's the higher level one, and then a balloon footage one.
Globus. Okay. Wo ist hier eine Foto? Was ist das für eine Foto?
Keine Ahnung, ich habe es nicht gemacht.
Also, okay.
And he went to that picture, and I said, what proof? What does this prove? And he goes, you don't know. So it's one of those, I'm going to give you a meme, but I don't know shit about what's on it. So, okay, hold on, continuing.
So, aber
Ich bin jetzt zum ersten Mal. Ich komme aus Freiburg.
okay, ich sage dir einfach nur so. Wenn du richtig das alles nachforschst, nicht nur glauben, dass was die Leute sagen, aber wenn du das richtig nachforscht.
Habe ich.
Hold on a second, I gotta cut in here. Mr. 42 with a €2 super chat. Thank you. Keep up the good work, Slide. Gut gemacht. Vielen Dank. Let's see here. I told him if you really do the research, and he cut me off, said, I have.
Yeah, we all know that's bullshit. The 5-minute Google search doesn't count as research.
Right, and especially when you start it with the words flat earth. So,
yes.
Hold on a second. Watch this. Watch him just cut me out.
Nachforscht.
Habe ich.
Nein, hast du nicht. Weil wenn du das
Möchtest du das wissen? Lass mich in Ruhe.
Ach so.
Oh, how do you know I haven't done this? Please leave me alone.
No, he didn't just say leave me alone. He told me to piss off. Verpiss he said. And
Did he? He
yeah,
said, lass mich in Ruhe. He said,
yeah.
lass mich in Ruhe.
Lass
Did he
mich
say
in Ruhe.
verpiss?
Nee, lass mich in Ruhe und verpiss dich.
Oh, okay, I didn't
Hold on a
hear the
second.
second part.
He
Hang
got
on.
he got real mad because I told him he didn't do any research, right? Because if he did any research, I'm sorry, anybody who's done 5 minutes of actual honest research will know that standing in front of this banner pointing at anything is pointless. Anything. So I'll just say that. But here, let me play that part again. Here, hold on.
Aber wenn du das richtig nachforscht,
Hab ich.
nein, hast du nicht. Weil wenn du das
Möchtest du das wissen? Lass mich in Ruhe.
Ach so, jetzt muss ich mir verpissen.
Yes, I heard it, but it was very, very silent.
Yeah, because he was walking away kind of quickly. And
Yeah.
what do you call it? And I was just like, oh, so now I got to piss off, huh? Oh, it
Yeah,
only
you know, I don't think they expected any kind of resistance.
No, they expected to be preaching. And
Yeah.
like most flat earthers do. And
The thing is, this kind of crap might actually work in the US, but in Europe, no.
yeah, especially not in Germany. Germans tend to be a little bit more stubborn about what they know and what they don't know. In most cases. I'm not going to say. I mean, obviously, they are an example that they believe something that somebody told them. What do you call it? So there is a small percentage of people, but it's the percentage of people, at least that I've known in Germany, will not believe something just because somebody said it to them. They might take it as lore, but they won't take it as law. You know. So hold on a second here. Now this is me saying, oh, so I gotta piss off, huh? So hold on a second.
Weil ich gebe Antworten, nicht nur Fragen.
Ja, ist mir scheißegal, was du laberst.
Oh yeah.
Look how far back he is. This is the reaction of somebody who just had their shit owned. Okay? And is talking to somebody who's just not going to just take their word for it. He basically ran all the way back here and what do you call it? And he just basically said, I don't give a shit what you say. Okay, let me play it one more time.
Verpissen. Weil ich gebe Antworten, nicht nur Fragen.
Ja, ist mir scheißegal, was du laberst.
Okay, because I said I give answers. I don't just give questions. And he says nobody can, I don't care what you I don't give a shit what you say. So, and then this is where Mrs. Freiburg steps in because he has pulled back so he can yell from the cheap seats. So hold on a second here.
Ich weiß genau, dass es so ist.
Ich weiß genau, dass es so ist.
Yeah, there comes the standard. I know exactly what's happening in your head, and you're part of the conspiracy. Or
How
you're,
dare you?
You know, ignoring it on purpose. You're part of the opposition.
Mm-hmm.
It's a typical that they can't admit that they might be wrong in any way. So everybody else is either a fool or one of them.
Mm-hmm. All right, so moving on.
Du weißt genau, dass es so ist.
Du glaubst.
Hast du Beweis? Hast du Beweis davon?
So,
So
I
you're
said,
asking for proof, basically.
yeah,
That's
I'm
what's
asking him,
happening
do
here.
you have evidence? Show me something. Do you have evidence? And this is where Frau Freiburg steps in. So hold on a second here.
Hast du Beweis? Hast du Beweis
selber
davon?
gemessen und so. Also
Was hast du gemessen?
Also irgendwas stimmt nicht vom Schauensland zum
Okay,
Beispiel.
was hast du?
Okay, now she jumped right in, went right for the jugular. She said, "We've measured
Something's
it."
wrong.
Yeah, she said
Something is very wrong with Schauensland.
Yeah, she said something's wrong. We have measured it ourselves. Okay, just in
For those
context.
who don't know, Schauensland is this. I think it's a peak.
Yep.
In the Black Forest, heading west towards France.
Yep. And it is a beautiful area, I have to say that. And
To be honest, I've never been there. I
Really?
wanted to, but I never found the time for it.
well, I've never been to before I met these folks. I had never even really, to any larger interest, even cared about Freiburg. I didn't know anything about the area. There was nothing that really drew me there. But they came with this. Okay, now Schauensland is a tall hill, basically a mountain, in Freiburg. And so she says that they did an observation from there, and I'll let her say it first. Hold on.
Also,
Was hast du gelesen?
also irgendwas stimmt nicht vom Schauensland zum
Okay,
Beispiel.
was
aber-
hast du
Mont
gemessen?
Blanc gesehen vom Schau ins Land. Aber
Okay,
What did you say? He saw what from Schauinsland?
Mont Blanc.
Mont Blanc. Isn't that the wrong direction?
No. Hold on.
Hang on.
Okay, Mont Blanc, for those who don't know, is, I believe, the highest, if not one of the highest mountains in the European Alps.
It's the highest mountain in the Alps, yes.
Yeah,
And depending on definition, the highest in Europe, if you count the Caucasus or not.
that's true. Okay, so
If you count it, I think it's Mount Ebrus, which is about half a kilometer taller.
now they are standing on their confidence that they have seen Mont Blanc from Schauinsland. Okay, now you need to know that's over 200 kilometers away. What do you call it? Now, but Mont Blanc is pretty damn high, but so is Schauinsland. Okay, it's not the highest in that region. There's another one called Feldberg, which I really want to go to one of these days. But nevertheless, they're saying that from Schauinsland, which is where they live, well, the mountain in the area where they live, they saw Mont Blanc. Now,
Right.
that's
I already have Google Maps or Google Earth open to check it.
and I will say that I have also gone down to check it. That was one of the reasons why it took me a while to even consider putting together this video. Now, like I said, I was trying to do this into a shorter produced video, but sorry, it was difficult to make this into something without making it much longer in a discussion anyway. So, but mind you, I have gone to Schauinsland now 3 times, all the way from Cape Town. So that's about 3-hour drive each time. So hold on a second here. Now, but you're going to notice that there are discrepancies in what they're about to say. They're about to, but I'll point that out here a second.
Ja.
Zum wo?
255 Kilometer.
Zum was?
Zum Mont Blanc. Vom Schauensland in Freiburg sieht man auf den Mont Blanc, denn der müsste eigentlich theoretisch nicht sichtbar sein, weil er
Okay, so she is saying that from Schauinsland to Mont Blanc, because of the distance, I think he just quoted 250 kilometers, and it is roughly 250 kilometers.
Yeah, I just checked 244 direct line of sight.
Right. And now she is saying that because of the distance and whatever the curve of the Earth would be, you shouldn't see it at all. Now that's what she's saying. Now, I need to also state now there's probably got one or two followers right now who are already got the Earth curve calculator open. You need to understand that this is a very mountainous and hilly region. Okay, basically there's nothing but hills and mountains between those two locations and also around the target. So, there is a large portion that should be, per the Earth curve calculator, visible. However, that doesn't take into account this the terrain between it. So
I just checked. Mont Blanc is visible from Schauinsland.
Mm-hmm. And I have found. Good.
Yeah.
Now, after this, I was telling them, straight up on the when I was, you'll hear me say it in a second here, that I am completely unfamiliar with that observation because I don't know it. Okay, they had hit me with something that I had not seen before and I had not heard before, and now just to show you, I found one picture, and it was by I think it was a music group, some rock band, who found themselves in the wintertime up on Schauinsland. Again, like I said, it's a beautiful area, and they posted this picture on their website. Okay, this is from the observation tower on top of the peak of Mont.
Stop. Which picture? I can't see anything. That's because you're sharing. I'll just wait until the YouTube stream.
Okay. Yeah. You'll have to wait for that. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because it's only streaming to you the video.
Exactly. Yeah.
But basically, they're on top of a hill, on top of Schauinsland, and there's a 30-meter platform up there as well, observation platform.
I just want to point out, I'm currently using Peak Finder to compare.
Yeah.
It's 1-to-1 identical to this photo that was taken.
Right. So there's now what they're saying is that this should not be visible. Okay, now before I had even gone there, this was the only picture that I could find from it from Schauinsland. Now I have to say that I did find it from Feldberg, which is a much larger hill near there, a couple of kilometers away, which was this beautiful photo. Now, mind you, this is from a completely different angle and with fewer mountains between it, and also because of the height, it's just it's a different photo. Please understand that. But I couldn't find anything else other than this one. So the only thing that I could do at that point was actually go down there. Now, this in the middle of COVID time. And now the sad part about that is that the observation platform the first time I went down there was closed. You couldn't go up on the observation platform. They didn't want people crowding together and all this other stuff because of in the very beginning of COVID. And so it made it very difficult. And as a matter of fact, this is a picture that I took of the platform. Okay. And I just took this with my cell phone. And but down here you can see a little bit of the barrier. They didn't want anybody up on the platform. So that was the first time. And you know what? There was a couple of people who really got sick of it, so we went up there anyway. But I had to stay down, and because I didn't want anybody to bust me up there. Excuse me. And so the problem that I ended up with. Oh shoot, that's going to open up Corel. Damn it. So I only had pictures through this kind of wire mesh that was up there, the thing that stops little kids from falling off the damn thing. But I have to correct something I just said. The first time I went there were clouds all over these mountain edges, and I couldn't see anything. I stayed up there for hours up on that hilltop, and I couldn't see anything. So that was the first time. This was the pictures that I took here were from the second time, the time that it was actually nice outside. And but the second time that I went up there, this was me comparing a photo that I took through that chain link and the winter photo, matching them up. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to see anything because it was very hazy outside, and so I couldn't see actually Mont Blanc between them. So it was kind of a failed trip because I needed a better filter. I was expecting a much clearer day, and unfortunately that didn't work. So that was the second time. But the third time, hold on a second here. No. Let me go ahead and close this out. No, I don't want to buy the new version. Hold on a second. But then the third time I went up there, I had, oh yeah, these were some of the pictures that I was taking that day. But they were worthless because it was too hazy outside. I couldn't see. So hold on a second here. And nor would I use them as any kind of proof that you can't see Mont Blanc because admittedly, I could not see, so I never used them. These, however, are the photos that I took on the day that I went down there. Now, my P1000, the Big Willie, my P1000, I have not gone in and physically removed the IR. There's a filter that's actually inside of the camera that stops you from filming pure IR. You can go in there and take it out. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't. I'm not going to take apart the damn camera. So what I had was a red filter to block out a lot of the blue. And first, I have to say that going up to Schauinsland, hold on a second here. The view of the Alps from up there was just spectacular. I walked up there, I was just in awe. It looked like the damn mountains were in the clouds. It was just crazy. And beautiful, beautiful view and beautiful that day. Now, I am looking here at the peak of Mont Blanc, which is actually right over here. Now, you'll see it better here in a second when I put the filter on the camera. But I went there with no problem. It was actually a day that I could actually see all the way out to these distances. And I was kind of doing a panorama. Hold on a second here. There's some of the other Alps. I mean, it was just an absolutely gorgeous day for this, and the view was quite breathtaking. And those are all the Alps from Schauinsland. Okay, and I'm sure anybody could, they could probably pick out several peaks through here, and find out exactly which one should be at what height and all that other stuff. So
Yeah, it's pretty clear actually which one is which.
yeah, it was. I mean, it was awe-inspiring. The pictures don't even do it justice because the color was actually much more rich. So then I put on the red filter. Okay, and that's blurry. There is Mont Blanc. Now, if I tweak the hell out of the picture, I basically get the exact same picture as that winter picture, that one from that rock band. Okay, and I mean you can see it right here. You can actually see the snow-capped peak. That's Mont Blanc in the same direction as the other one. Okay, and this is almost an identical picture right here with the slopes in front of them and all this. It's actually farmland in front of them. You can see it just fine. But what you're only seeing like the top maybe 100 meters, 150 meters of the mountain. Now, Gio, I'm pretty sure you have a height there of how high Mont Blanc is.
It's 4,807 meters.
Yeah, so 4.8 kilometers high, but you're only seeing maybe about 300 meters of the top here. Go ahead and make any comparison you want. This is the picture. Okay. This is me just taking pictures of other things, just trying to get the best shot that I could because it was also very bright and I couldn't see into the display on the camera very well. So I just took a whole bunch of pictures of it in case one was better than the other. This is what the Alps looked like, by the way, with that red filter. It was just absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, okay. So that was the end of those. So I got a picture of probably the top, like I said, couple hundred meters of Mont Blanc, which matched the other picture that I had from the from that rock band, the one that actually had the writing on it saying that it was Mont Blanc. So that's what we have. Now this is their argument. So let's get back to the interview.
Okay, wie viele ich bin ehrlich gesagt unfamiliar mit das, was du meinst. Okay, muss man so
Weil
gehen.
die Kurve geht ja runter, also pro Meile sind ja 8 Inches, wo eigentlich
Ja,
so
das
Lob
weiß
runtergehen
ich.
soll.
Das weiß ich.
Okay, so they're trying to give me the calculations of why it shouldn't be visible. Now they don't give me the actual calculations of how far down it should be. What they're telling me is that the 8 inches per mile and all this. Now she only said 8 inches per mile. It's not 8 inches per mile squared, but nevertheless, they're trying to give me the numbers and they're trying to say that on the globe it shouldn't be visible, which means they're probably using the drop height again, like every flat earther does, instead of using the hidden height. But anyway.
Yeah, we've been trying to explain that issue to them for 5 years?
To Cookie, yes, I did say that I took Big Willie down there. That is the name of my P1000. The P1000 that became mine because of funding for a bending water test. And due to a series of calamities, thank you, Flat Earthers, for screwing up my fundraiser. I ended up keeping the camera. It was not supposed to remain in my possession, but nevertheless I have it. And because of somebody who had done a specifically large donation to my project at that time, the term Big Willie had to do with that person's name. So the camera is actually called Big Willie. So hold on a second here. So they're trying to give me all the calculations of why I shouldn't see it.
Und wenn man vom Schauinsland auf den Mont Blanc schaut, dürfte man eigentlich die Spitze vom Mont Blanc nicht sehen.
Gibt's irgendwelche?
Okay, so she's telling me that I shouldn't even see the peak of it, right? Now, but what she's saying is that she sees only the peak of it. Okay, now because that story changes here in a second.
I just
Okay.
want to point out, Schley,
Huh.
if you go back to the footage of the Mont Blanc, of the photo,
Uh-huh.
there's this little peak in front of it. It's also called Mont Blanc du Tacul,
Right.
and it's about half a kilometer less tall than Mont Blanc. So you see at least, I would say, the top 700, 800 meters of the mountain.
Hold on a
I
second.
would say even more, probably almost
You talking about
maybe
there?
up to a kilometer,
Okay.
thereabouts.
Right.
So
But
that's
even
what's
then,
visible from Schweinzland.
but even then, that's one of 4 quarters of the mountain. So
Yeah, thereabouts.
nevertheless, we're only seeing the peak. Now, she just admitted, just by speaking, she said we shouldn't see the peak of Mont Blanc. Just to be clear, hold on. Spitze means peak, by the way, for those who don't know.
Die Spitze vom Mont Blanc nicht sehen.
Gibt es irgendwelche Fotos?
Okay, so she said we shouldn't see the peak of Mont Blanc. So that's her observation. Now I'm going to ask her, do you have any photos of this that I can see and stuff like that? I mean, obviously, if you were going to come to a flat Earth thing, helping to profess flat Earth, it would seem to me that you would kind of bring your stuff with you. You know, kind of show up with your toys too. Well, no.
Davon, dass
Also
euch
jetzt habe ich
gemacht
es nicht
habt?
dabei. Wir sind jetzt auch nur hier einfach.
Welchen Kanal?
Auf keinem Kanal, das haben wir selber gemessen.
Okay, so I'm being respectful, and I'm saying, you know, do you have this picture? She said, no, we don't have it with us. We just kind of came up here. And I said, well, do you have it on a channel, you know, YouTube or something like that? And she goes, no, we don't have it on a channel. We just kind of did it by ourselves. So it's a claim with nothing behind it. I'm sorry, if I was going to something like this and I was there to support them and I had something to support it, I would bring it with me. But again, we can't really call that a requirement because I don't think that they were expected to be grilled either. So hold on a second. Now you can see, I mean, Mr. Freiburg is done. So he like I said, he's just there to yell from the cheap seats.
Hast du selber
wir
gemessen?
sind
Ja.
keine Leute, die versuchen,
Wieso
auf
sind
YouTube
diesen
bekannt
Bildern
zu
nicht hier
werden. Wir
drauf?
sind einfach
Also
Leute, die
wir
wissen,
haben
dass
keinen
sie
Kanal
Arbeit
oder so,
haben.
wir sind jetzt einfach nur.
Okay. He says that they don't want to be. We're not the type of people who are trying to be known for flat Earth and all this. Even though they drove 4 hours to a flat Earth thing, but they're trying not to. They're not trying to be known for flat Earth, and so they don't have anything uploaded. Hold on a second. But he's basically, like I said, he's basically done with the discussion anyway.
Wir haben keinen Kanal oder so, wir sind jetzt einfach nur so hier zum Besuch.
Okay, weil jede Messung, das ich gemacht habe, mit Foto, mit Messungsprogrammen und sowas
ja,
und
eben,
sowas.
und wir haben halt ein Foto gemacht vom Mont Blanc, vom Schauinsland aus.
Ja.
Und theoretisch dürften wir den Mont Blanc gar nicht sehen, wegen der Kurve. Also eben, wenn die Kurve
Wie
wirklich so
viele
steil.
Okay, so she's going back. She goes because I started saying that, you know, every analysis that I've done and all this, you know, doesn't show any problems, and but she's going back to the measurements and stuff like that, and that we shouldn't see it.
Wie viele von dem Mont Blanc siehst du?
Now I asked her how much of Mont Blanc can you see? That was that question.
Ziemlich viel. Fast
Ziemlich viel, which means
Quite a lot.
quite a lot.
I guess the best translation.
Yeah. So we just now jumped from Spitze, which is just the peak, to now quite a lot of Mont Blanc. Okay, so we've already jumped an order of magnitude larger. Okay.
der ganze Berg.
Ziemlich viel.
Ja, fast
Okay,
der ganze
ziemlich
Berg.
viel ist nicht sehen Mont Blanc. Ziemlich viel heißt, ein Stück ist
Nee, ist eigentlich
vermisst,
so
ja?
groß.
So I'm telling her, I said, you know, now you're saying, what do you call it? Pretty much. And I said, well, you know, that's still missing a part. You know, even if you're seeing a lot of it, you're not seeing all of it. So there's a part missing.
Großteil vom Mont Blanc sieht man. Und
Ein
wenn man
Großteil. Wie viele von dem Mont Blanc?
Now she
I'm
changes
sorry,
it again.
she says ein Großteil, which means like a majority, the biggest
Right.
part, whatever. I would say in terms of height, you see about somewhere between the 4th and the 5th.
Yeah. And so let me play all that again, because she, like I said, she used to say Spitze, now she says a lot, and now she's saying the majority.
Siehst du?
ziemlich viel. Fast der ganze Berg.
Ziemlich viel.
Ja, fast
Okay,
der ganze
ziemlich
Berg.
viel ist nicht.
What's up?
She said, just to clarify, she said almost the entire mountain.
Right.
Which, no. Just
Oh,
no.
but they even go. We ain't done yet, bruh. Hold on.
sehen Mont Blanc ziemlich viel, heißt, ein Stück ist
Nee, ist eigentlich
vermisst,
ein
ja?
Großteil von Mont Blanc sieht man.
So, ein Großteil. The majority.
Und
Ein
wenn man's-
Großteil.
Weißt du, was Isolation bedeutet?
This is what happens when you give flat earthers buzzwords. Okay? This is what happens when you give flat earthers buzzwords that they don't understand 100% their relevance or what they mean. Okay? He just broke in and asked me if I understood what isolation means as far as describing a mountain's presence somewhere. Okay? Now, Gio, do you know what isolation means?
In terms of mountain,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's a measurement regarding. Is it the height towards the base of the mountain compared to the next peak?
It is actually its height. No, isolation is the distance between that mountain and the next highest peak.
Okay, right.
Okay.
So that thing
And-
would have an isolation of probably a few thousand kilometers.
Yep. All the way out to, I believe, Georgia?
Yeah, that I guess it would be the next one, right? Mount Airbus in the Caucasus Mountains.
Yeah, and what do you call it? I mean, it was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, or thousands of kilometers, and all this. That's what the isolation of Mont Blanc is. Okay, it's
Actually, it looks like.
as a matter of fact, I think you can even pull that up when you look at
Yeah.
Wikipedia.
So there's a table about topographic isolation and Mont Blanc. The next one is in Russia.
Yeah, Georgia.
It's just not. Yeah. Next point, prominence, elevation. Hang on. Distance is. Oh, where is it? I lost it. Mont Blanc. 2,813 kilometers
Right.
distance.
So 2,813 kilometers. Now, that all just to clarify the next words from Herr Freiburg here, because he doesn't know what isolation means. Okay? He does not know what isolation means. He thinks it means prominence, which means a mountain's height above its surrounding area.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I also mixed those up.
Right. But this is what happens when you feed buzzwords to flat earthers, because they think they're pulling out some word that's going to catch me, with my pants down or something, and it's just not the case. So let me back up just a second here, just so we all know where he jumped in.
Ein
Wenn man's-
Großteil.
Weißt du, was Isolation bedeutet? Bei einem
Okay. Weißt du, was isolation bedeutet? Do you know what isolation means?
Berg.
Isolation, ja, ich weiß, was Isolation heißt.
Man sieht die komplette Isolation bloß.
What? He just said, quote, you can see the complete isolation,
Right.
end quote.
You can
Like,
see
what? That
Hold on.
means nothing. This is word salad.
Yeah, which, if you were to follow that in a factual sense, that means you can see over 2,000 something kilometers. Because that's what isolation means. Hold on.
Ist die komplette Isolation
Ja,
plus.
eben, und es ist theoretisch
Das war nicht eine
möglich.
Antwort.
Oh, did I go forward? I'm sorry.
Isolation plus.
Ja,
Du siehst die komplette Isolation
ja
plus.
eben, und es ist theoretisch
Das war nicht eine
möglich.
Antwort der Frage, aber wie viele
Das
von
ist ja
dem Berg siehst du?
Komplett?
Boom! You got that, right, Gio?
Well, yeah. So he again said that you would see the entire mountain.
Now, no, he's saying that you see the entire mountain. Hold
Yes.
on. Let me back it up.
That's what I said. He said.
Yeah. For everybody who doesn't know, where he yells "complete," that means he is saying that you see the entire mountain. So they went from peak to a lot to the majority, now to the entire mountain. So hold on a second.
Von dem Berg siehst du.
Komplett?
Ja, man
Komplett.
sieht halt fast bis an den
Siehst den
Boden.
kompletten Berg.
And she even backed that up by saying that you could see all the way to the bottom. So, I mean, hold on a second here. The question of isolation is wrong. The nearest I'm going to say peaks of similar height are those around Zermatt, Matterhorn. Yeah, but isolation is to the next higher peak, Eric.
Yeah, it refers to the next taller peak, which in this case, since it's the tallest mountain in the Alps, the next one is in Russia.
Right. You are speaking of I think it's called prominence, which is sometimes called its dominance, or I believe that's what it's called.
So to Eric Trumple, by the way, nice nickname. I get it. Mont Blanc is the tallest one. It's 4,800 meters.
Yeah.
So it's significantly taller than the ones you mentioned.
So, and what was this about? Sable Eagle said, just gonna go back where you zoomed in on the red filtered Mont Blanc. I think maybe you have at the left edge of the picture, but it's awfully grainy. Well, unfortunately, that filter made that shit quite grainy. It only focused it to that color set, and I personally was quite disappointed in how they came out as well. But nevertheless, that's what I ended up with, unfortunately. And that's why I took several pictures in case one or two of them was bad. So, going back.
Von dem Berg siehst du.
Komplett?
Ja, man
Komplett.
sieht halt fast bis an den
Siehst du den
Boden.
kompletten Berg? Okay. Hier ist das Ding. Ich bin, wie gesagt, ich bin Slicebar King.
And now he says there's thousands of pictures of it. Well, I searched everywhere. Now, maybe somebody has them unlabeled in somewhere else and all this. I'm completely open to being wrong about that. But the only one that I could find from Schauinsland to Mont Blanc was that damn rock, that rock band blog that had that picture. And he's trying to tell me that there's pictures of it everywhere. So.
Ich bin Slicebar King. Guck mal auf meinen Kanal.
What I'm basically doing is I want them to, I would like them to upload it to me, these pictures. So that's why I'm kind of giving my name and shit.
Ich erwarte nicht, dass du mir an irgendwas glaubst. Ich erwarte das nicht. Okay?
And I'm telling them I don't expect you to believe me on anything.
Aber was ich doch erwarte, bitte, ist ein Link zu diesem Foto.
Now, in this time, they still had, YouTube still had messages where you could actually, somebody could actually post things to you, links and stuff like that on messages. Messages is not a function anymore, but at that time there was this. And I was basically telling them, I was like, send me a link to this photo. I'd like to see it. Where do you think this is going here, Gio?
Well, I'm probably gonna say that they are gonna claim that either they don't want to, or they don't trust you, or they don't care.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah.
Am I close enough?
Yeah, I think you're close enough. So, I just offered them, can you please send me a link to this?
Dass ich mir das nachschauen kann.
So I can look at it.
Also das war, wir haben keinen YouTube-Kanal, das war für uns privat, haben wir das auch
Ja, aber du kannst
We don't have a link to it. We don't have YouTube. We don't have anything.
das auch hochladen auf dem Flickr oder irgendwas.
Ja, nee, nicht unbedingt.
And I asked him, I said, well, you could like upload it to Flickr or something like that. And she's like, no.
Really? No.
A nice way
I mean,
of saying.
it's a typical sign of you cornering them, and then them trying to desperately pull out as their parents should have done. And I just want to point out that's probably just one set of parents.
Now, play nice, Gio. All right, so.
Also, du hast ein Foto, das du niemand zeigen willst.
And I just said, well, okay, so you have a photo that you don't want to show anybody.
Ich will dir lieber den Tipp geben, guck's einfach lieber noch mal selber nach.
And what's the answer, Gio?
I'm not sure if I understood him correctly, but he said something that you should just try again yourself.
Yeah, try it myself. In other words, and I just had this discussion with somebody in a very short form on Twitter. If I were to go to a judge, if I were to go to court, let's just say, and I say the defendant stole the muffins from the bakery. Now, the first question the judge is going to ask, okay, what proof do you have of this? And if I turn around to the judge and I tell the judge, go prove it yourself, how long would I stay in that courtroom?
Maybe 20, 30 seconds, depending on how long it took you to say those sentences.
I'm pretty sure that response from that judge would make it to YouTube.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That would be one of those courtroom things you'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
It's one of those goodbye, adios.
Yeah,
things.
right. And all this, and then, I would be the guy out in the hallway yelling and all that other stuff. But it basically just told me to go check it myself. So hold on a second here. Let me just back up, make sure that that's in context. Because I don't want to sound like Jaron in his most recent video where he cuts off people every second word and throws some bullshit in there. So hold on a second here.
Also, so du hast ein Foto, das du niemand zeigen willst.
Ich will dir lieber den Tipp geben, guck's einfach lieber noch mal selber nach. Weil du liegst ziemlich
Das war nicht die Frage. Es war.
And ich bin auf dem Holzweg. Meaning that I am completely misguided.
Beweis von euch, oder?
Das ist für uns einfach. Wir haben
Ja, das
für uns
meine ich,
halt
das meine
privat
ich.
gemessen.
Ich muss doch nicht deine Scheiße beweisen. Ich hab
To prove your shit.
He's backing out of it so hard. He's like the term that was just used is I don't have to prove your shit. That was what he just said. Let me back it up. I keep cutting him off, but hold on.
Das ist für uns einfach. Wir haben
Ja,
das
das
für uns
meine
halt
ich, das
privat
meine ich.
gemessen.
We did it for us.
Das meine ich.
Ich muss doch nicht deine Scheiße beweisen. Ich hab's für mich bewiesen und das heißt,
Was hast du mit meine Scheiße zu tun? Mathematik ist nicht meine Scheiße. Okay?
Also-
Und das ist eure Foto.
ja, das du scheinbar wohl überhaupt nicht.
Ich will es sehen.
And so basically what I kept on doing was, I told him, I said, because he was like, I don't have to prove your shit. And I was like, well, mathematics is not my shit. I was like, you guys got a picture. I want to see it. I mean, what's wrong with asking that? I mean, how many times do flat earthers come up to you and say, oh, I want, show me a picture of this and show me a picture of that. Oh, and by the way, I'd just like to point out something. Every flat earther who has ever asked you for a real picture of the globe, let me give you one little piece of logic. If it didn't take a real picture of flat Earth to make them believe that the Earth was flat, then a picture of the globe is superficial. It's not going to mean anything, because if you didn't require a picture of flat Earth to believe flat Earth, then you don't need a picture of the globe to believe the globe. It's very simple logic. So I just thought I'd point that out.
Ja, aber das ist ja unsere.
Oh,
Also, wir wollen
hi,
gar nicht-
Slice Barking, how you doing?
That Trinity just kind of backed up to me. It's like, hi, how you doing, and all this. And this is when I started talking with him. But hold on a second.
Oh, just like watching. I heard him.
You heard me?
What did you say? Can you repeat that?
He was just like, he was like, oh, Slice Barcane, I've heard of you, like that. And I was like, oh, that's nice.
wohl überhaupt nicht.
Ich will es sehen.
Hold on.
Ja, aber das ist ja unsere.
Oh,
Also, wir wollen
hi,
gar nicht-
Slice Barking, how you doing?
Oh, just like watching. I heard him.
Yeah. So,
Direkt eine Nervensäge.
He called you, oh, this is hard to translate. Nervensäge, which
Yeah.
means it's a nagger. Literally, it translates as somebody who saws on your, or who tries to saw apart your nerves.
Yep. Basically, I'm a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
Is
that's
what he
what
said.
he's trying to say, yes.
Yeah.
Usually you would call a nervensäge somebody like a small child who keeps on asking weird questions.
Yeah, and just gets on your nerves.
Yeah.
But he, so now he's looking for support. And I believe Trinity understands German. And what do you call it? I might be mistaken on that. I don't know the man, but I believe he
To be
speaks
honest,
German.
if you're saying understands German, that kind of implies that he is able to understand anything.
Well, not gonna go there.
You see the dilemma.
Yeah, and so they're looking for support. They're like, oh, thank God, somebody get this guy off of us. Even though they're the ones who came at me. Okay, you need to understand. I'm not following these people around. I'm standing in the same spot that I was standing when I was laughing at the banner. I did not move, and they came at me with this. So hold on a second.
Yeah.
Nee,
We're
ich bin-
talking about the distance from Mont Blanc.
okay,
to Schauensland.
basically what they're saying is that they have a photo from one location to Mont Blanc, hast du gesagt? They have a photo from one location to another, and I asked, okay, I'd like to see it. You know, I really would, because I like to measure this stuff. You know, that's just my thing.
Okay.
And they don't have it They don't have it hochladen.
We don't have it
They
on
don't
there.
have it uploaded anywhere,
Okay.
which is, I wouldn't expect that, but the gentleman seemed completely unwilling and desired not to upload it anywhere to have it checked.
So that's me. I think that's a fair and factual account that I gave to Trinity. No bullshitting, no playing around. And so that was where that kind of went on. And I think this was pretty much the end of the Freiburgs thing. Hold on a second.
So,
Can I just check, are you still defending the globe? Are you,
defending the globe,
Yeah.
I'm defending fact.
which factor of the globe? Because I would love to know which scientific experiment you use to prove that the Earth is spinning.
Spinning.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Bob.
Now hold on a second.
Oh, I know exactly where you're going with this.
Now I decided to go. He asked me which one did I use for spinning, and obviously I went straight to, because at the time this was the big subject, was Bob Nodell and his fiber optic gyro proving the 15 degrees per hour rotation, which prior to this I had actually modeled out the results of that test, and that test is still visible up on FECore. I had modeled out the results of that test showing exactly what it showed. Now, listen to Mr. Freiburg in the background, because this is flat earthers eating their own. Okay, as soon as somebody puts something out that shows anything globe, all of a sudden they're a shill, they're part of the opposition, they're part of a psyop. Listen to him in the background. He sums it up quite well with his action. Listen.
Spinning.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Bob Nodell did that. Bob Nodell did that with a fiber optic gyro.
No, I think what that detected, even the company.
Did you hear him?
Farting sound?
The long spitting, over the top laughter that he did with the long spit in the front of it. These are flat earthers eating their own. Okay, hold on a second here.
Actually, Bob Nodell did that. Bob Nodell did that with a fiber optic gyro.
No, I think what that detected, even the company that made that gyro suggested that's maybe something in the ether that's turning, and we've always said that there's
No,
an ether
see,
that's
here's the
turning.
funny part about the ether.
Okay, so this is when I went into that. If you want to watch the entire video of my interview with him, then you can look at I believe it was part 2 of Close Encounters. I don't want to go too much into it, but I believe that was that was the end of my discussion with the Freiburgs. So long story short, let me go back to them. Long story short, the Freiburgs, Mr. Mr. Freiburg was trying to prove everything that was on the big banner, and every time that I actually had a result or a response to it, his automatic thing was, "That's not how it works," or "That's this isn't exactly accurate," or "That's just a model," and all this other stuff. Every single thing that I pointed out, and what was cool about doing this live with a human being is that there was no. You could actually see how quickly he had to jump off of each subject. I mean, just quickly, bam. Oh, well, well, look at this. Oh, well, look at this. Well, look at this. Okay, there was nothing that they could bring to me. Now, they did bring to me the Mont Blanc thing, and I was honest with them. I had never, first of all, at that moment, I had never even heard of Schauinsland. I had never even heard of it. So that's why I was kind of a little dumbfounded. I was like, okay, I don't know anything about that and all this. But they claimed that they had pictures of first the peak, then a large portion, then the majority, then the entire mountain, and you could basically see the bottom of it. Okay, which I, to this day, mind you, this was almost 3 years ago, to this day, I have not received any notification, and I've even looked on Trinity's site just in case they gave it to him. Nobody's ever brought up this photo. So I went down, and I actually made the observation. I had to go down there 3 friggin' times, okay? And that's no short drive. And But I mean, it's a nice area, so I made a day out of it, and had Flammkuchen up on top of the mountain and stuff like that. It was a great time.
Yeah, that's
But
pretty much the only good thing you can do down there.
yeah, I mean, the city of Freiburg is beautiful, and what do you call it? I mean, there's a little bit of industry to it, but I mean, most of the area, it's kind of portions of neighborhood kind of nestled into the side of mountains and stuff like that. It's all that model railroad shit. It's just awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
And
pretty neat, probably. But
yeah,
hot as fuck in the summer. Just don't go there.
oh, I'm sure it is. It probably gets humid as hell down there too.
It's the warmest part of Germany on average.
Really, I
Yeah,
never knew that.
it has something to do with the warm air coming around the Alps.
Hmm. And but nevertheless, so they came to me with an observation, which they had no intention of proving. They had no intention of actually telling me the measurements of what was supposed to be going on. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it one more time. If I was going to someplace in support of something that required a little bit of my own work, or maybe not required, but I at least participated for myself and got my own work, I would bring it with me just to back up the people that I was going there to see/support.
Oh wow. Somebody just posted pictures from Mont Blanc in my Discord channel. On my Discord server. I don't think you're in there. Hang on.
I'm probably not.
Yes, you are. Hang on, I'll send you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you chat link that?
Yep.
I know squat about fucking Discord, man.
Now on the left side. Well, let's
Yeah.
just do this after the stream. I guess I'll give you an introduction.
Well, hold on a second.
You got it?
Well, I mean, I see you on the left side there.
Yeah. So if you scroll down, at some point there should be my server, and I just sent you a message there. So there should be a red one next to the icon of the server.
Let's see here. Actually, I have a red 5 next to geodisk.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, now I'm not gonna kill a call, am I? Okay.
No.
Okay.
You can navigate through everything as long as you don't enter another speech channel.
Okay. So I am going all the way down to the bottom.
So you go to the geodisk thing,
Right.
and then there's multiple channels in there, and one of them is called Flat Earth Shit Show channel.
Ah, okay.
And if you click that one, that's where the pictures were just posted.
All right. I gotta scroll way down because apparently the last time I was there was a long time ago.
A while ago, yeah. But there should be a button for it saying something like "Jump to newest messages."
Yeah. Let's see. Pretty sure that's most. Okay, so he's showing my picture, and then yeah, he's showing. Oh, I see. He's just getting the angle from Mont Blanc, actual closer photos from it. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Cool.
Apparently, vacation photos from recently.
Well, it is a beautiful area.
And, look at all that snow that will be gone in a few decades.
Now. Well, for those of you who know Geo's Discord server, he's got some great pictures on there. They appear to be private pictures, not meaning that personal photos that were taken, and of the Mont Blanc area in the Alps. Really nice stuff, and what do you call it? Very, very, very attractive area down there. But nevertheless, I went down to Schauinsland and followed up on this particular claim, and because I mean, why not? I got nothing better to do. It was during COVID and all this, and I wasn't supposed to be around other people, so I might as well at least go out to a mountain or the woods. And but I went over there and took my own photos and happily just showed them all to you. And you only see the tip of it. They couldn't figure out exactly what portion of the mountain they were looking at. And they couldn't give any measurements of what was not supposed to be there and what should be there. And so it's just that simple. You can't make claims if you don't intend to back them up. Now, I have no way of knowing, and I'm not even going to say that they didn't make photos or see Mont Blanc from there. But their analysis of what they saw is completely lacking in any kind of information. and obviously they didn't have the picture with them. I mean, hey, it's on them if they didn't want to bring it, but that was basically what they were stating, was that we have it, but we have no intention of showing it to you. So this was Close Encounters of the Flat Earth Kind, Part 3, the Freiburgs. And again, they were not actually part of the Globe Lie Tour, which, if there was proof of Flat Earth, it should be called the Flat Earth Proof Tour. They were actually people who even stated in this video that they actually went out in support of their visit here in Germany. And yeah, I don't know much else what to say about that. I do know that in Trinity's live stream, and I think there was the lady in orange there. I think she had a live stream as well. And in Trinity's live stream, after this, they kind of went around and basically bugged people sitting at cafes and walking around on the streets, telling that the Earth was flat and coming with the all the bullshit that they always did. Let's see. Wie verwunderlich. Fahrradler, die keine Ahnung haben, was ihr Punkt eigentlich genau ist. Ja, natürlich nicht. I've never seen a flat earther who did know what their point is. They just run around with these buzzwords and these claims that they have no intention of actually substantiating or justifying. So.
Wait, are you saying that flat earthers are just running around all day bullshitting?
Well,
that's surely not true.
Well, maybe after they've slept into about 11, and I think you know where I'm going with that.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, this was my first time ever interacting. Now, obviously with Trinity as well. First time ever interacting with actual human flat earthers. And
that's actually pretty much stretching the definition of human, but okay.
Yeah. But I have to say now, Mr. Freiburg was basically everything that you've ever seen in a troll section of comment section under any of my videos. Every troll who's ever been in there and stuff like that telling me that I'm misguided, I'm brainwashed, he has proof and I should go prove it myself and all that other stuff. I mean, his shit was right on par with every troll flat earther that I've ever had a discussion with in text format, at least. Now she actually came at it with a little bit more something. Hey, we did a measurement and stuff like that. I'm sorry, this is what we found and all this. But her interpretations of what she saw were obviously incorrect. Geometrically, they were incorrect, and her belief of the parts and portion and completeness of the mountain that she saw was also she didn't bullseye it on any one thing. So there was basically nothing to have here. And but I've been wanting to have this video completed, but there was no real way to do it. So what I'm going to do here to close this out is I'm going to play the entire interview, the entire portion of this, with subtitles. And don't beat me up about my subtitles. They might be a little bit off, but the general gist is there. So what I'm going to do is, now I don't know if you're going to lose this, Geo, or not. If I add something to the playlist.
No, as long as you're still sharing VLC, it should be fine.
Okay, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to the playlist. And let's see here. The hell's all that shit? All right. And I'm just going to do now. Should I do the reds and chest? No, I'm not going to do the reds and chest thing.
Obviously that needs to be uploaded on some sort of special occasion.
Yeah, that probably would be neat. But I'm going to do the Freiburgs with subs, and what do you call it? And I'm going to play out the whole 7-something minute thing, so nobody can ever say that I took anybody out of context. I do not mess with the audio at all in my subtext one. It's just that, and since there's nothing really to see, I have it in very big block format. The 3 people who were involved in the conversation, I have them as their own windows, just so you can see what they had said. And so I'm going to go ahead and end this with that, and so you guys can all see that, and you can review it at your leisure. So, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn over the audio to that, and I'm going to forward this. Okay. Now this is the Freiburgs with subs.
I can hear it. It's okay.
Yep. So I'm gonna play this out and then I'll close out. Okay. So hold on a second here. So this is gonna be 7 minutes of uninterrupted. This was the interview.
Oh.
Ich will nicht so viel lachen.
Hm?
Das ist die Wahrheit. Ich will nicht so viel lachen.
Was kannst du sagen? Ich find's total lustig.
Das finde ich toll, jetzt.
Bitte?
Versuch mal herauszufinden, ob es nicht so ist.
Hab ich ja.
Hast du schon?
Wie funktioniert das?
Das ist der Kreislauf, wie die Sonne um die Erde geht.
Ja, es funktioniert nicht dabei.
Ja, doch, das funktioniert.
Nö, überhaupt nicht.
Warum denn?
Von die Winkel einfach.
Von was für einer Winkel denn?
Ja, zum Beispiel, sagen wir es so, hier in Deutschland, ne?
Ja.
Na, das heißt, dass die Sonne wird jeden Tag nach Norden, also
Ja, die
über
Sonne,
Westen.
das ist ja nicht richtig so. Der richtige Weg
Ach so,
der Sonne.
das ist nicht richtig so.
Das ist nicht,
Ich hab ja eben
nein, das ist
gefragt.
nicht genau, das ist ein Modell. Pass mal auf.
Ich habe dir aber eben gefragt und er hat gesagt, dass es
die
wie es
Sonne,
geht.
Im Winter ist die Sonne weiter im Norden, im Süden.
Ja,
und
das weiß
im
ich.
Sommer ist sie weiter im Norden.
Ja, aber um die richtigen Uhrzeiten und die richtigen Laufzeiten zu kriegen, der wird immer im Norden vom Westen.
Das kann ich dir hier zeigen. Guck mal hier. Das
Weißt
sind
du, was das ist?
15 Grad sind genau eine Stunde.
Ja, das weiß ich. Das weiß ich. Weißt du, was das ist? Okay. Hast du jemals die Nummern hier nachgelesen?
Die Flugroute, die sind
Ja, das sind die Flugrouten.
alle ein bisschen komisch.
Ja, die sind Flugrouten, genau. Hast du die Unterschied zwischen einer Route wie hier und einer Route wie hier verglichen?
Ja, stundenlang.
Ich würde sagen, du hast es nicht gemacht, weil das ist nicht von Stunden, das ist von Kilometer, Miles hier. Ich kenne diesen Ding, da gibt es 3 Arten von diesem Ding. Okay,
Ich kenne die Umrechnung, sie sind 1,6 Kilometer ist eine Meile.
Bitte?
1,6 Kilometer ist eine Meile.
Ja, aber was,
dass da meine
ich meine, das hier ist nicht da gerechnet mit Stunden, hier ist gerechnet mit Kilometer, mit Meilen.
Wahrscheinlich stimmt die Karte nicht genau, weil wir keine genaue Karte haben bis jetzt.
Okay, so du hast gesagt, dass das stimmt genau, aber dann nicht genau stimmt, wenn jemand fragt.
Du willst nicht
Du hast
wissen,
gesagt, dass nein. Warte mal. Du hast gesagt, oh, das ist hier eine
Guck mal
bessere
hier.
Karte.
Guck hier, das ist der Weg von der Sonne.
Ja,
Hier hab
und
ich's
das ist
gefunden.
genauso Blödsinn wie das, weil das funktioniert nicht.
Hast du gesagt, du willst nicht wissen?
Nein, ich habe es getestet.
Du hast getestet.
Wissen Sie, wer ich bin?
Nee.
Ich bin Slice Barkane. Schön, dich zu kennenlernen. Willkommen in meine Stadt. So, hier ist das Ding. Ich habe mir diesen Ding hier hochgebracht.
Okay.
Okay? Es gibt 3 Arten von diesen. Die waren ausgegeben mit Kekse in den Kriegszeiten. Weil die sind Flugrouten zwischen amerikanischen Stützpunkten. Alliierten Stützpunkten, soll man sagen. Okay? Diesen Flugrouten, guck mal genauer hin. Schau mal diesen Ding in einer Hochauflösung und lese mal diese Nummern. Und sag mir, dass diesen Ding hier, bricht das ab in 100 Meilen. Ne? Und dann bricht eine von diesen ab in 100 Meilen. Und sehen, ob das stimmt. Der Vergleich stimmt nicht. Stimmt überhaupt nicht. Okay? Weil die sind Routen hier über eine Globus.
Jetzt fangen wir mal ganz von vorne an. Du glaubst, dass die Erde eine Kugel ist, ja?
Ich kann es beweisen, dass die Erde eine
Beweis
Kugel
mal.
ist. Ja, ich habe mal. Kannst mal überall auf meinen Kanal gucken. Ich habe mir multinationale Experimenten gemacht. Ich habe mir mehrere von diesen quasi Beweisdingen
Ich habe 4
nachgeschaut.
Jahre lang probiert. Ich habe bis jetzt noch keinen Beweis gefunden.
Beweis für die Globus. Okay. Wo ist hier eine Foto? Was ist das für ein Foto?
Keine Ahnung, ich habe es nicht gemacht.
Achso, okay, so, aber
Ich bin jetzt zum ersten Mal. Ich komme aus Freiburg.
okay, ich sage dir nur einfach nur so. Wenn du richtig das alles nachforschen. Nicht nur glauben, dass was die Leute sagen, aber wenn du das richtig nachforscht.
Hab ich.
Nein, hast du nicht. Weil wenn du das
Möchtest du das wissen? Lass mich in Ruhe.
Ach so, jetzt muss ich mir verpissen. Weil ich gebe Antworten, nicht nur Fragen.
Ja, ist mir scheißegal, was du laberst. Ich weiß genau, dass es so ist.
Du weißt genau, dass es so ist.
Du glaubst.
Hast du Beweis? Hast du
Wir
Beweis
haben schon
davon?
selber gemessen und so. Also
Was hast du gemessen?
Also irgendwas stimmt nicht vom Schauensland zum
Okay,
Beispiel.
was
aber
hast du
Mont
gemessen?
Blanc gesehen, vom Schau ins Land aus.
Zum wo?
255 Kilometer.
Zum was?
Zum Mont Blanc. Vom Schauensland in Freiburgs sieht man auf dem Mont Blanc, denn der müsste eigentlich theoretisch nicht sichtbar sein, weil er zu weit unten liegt.
Okay, wie viele ich bin ehrlich gesagt unfamiliar mit das, was du meinst. Okay, muss man
Weil
zugeben.
die
das
Kurve
sieht man
geht
so
ja
weit.
runter, also pro Meile sind es ja 8 Inches, wo eigentlich
Ja, ja,
so
das
Globe
weiß ich.
runtergehen
Das
sollte.
weiß ich.
Und wenn man vom Schauensland auf den Mont Blanc schaut, dürfte man eigentlich die Spitze vom Mont Blanc nicht sehen.
Gibt es irgendwelche Fotos davon, dass
Also
euch
jetzt habe ich
gemacht
nicht
habt?
dabei, wir sind jetzt auch nur hier einfach...
Welchen Kanal?
Auf keinem Kanal, das haben wir selber gemessen.
Hast du selber gemessen?
Das sind
Ja.
keine Leute, die versuchen,
Wieso
auf
sind
YouTube
diese
bekannt
Bilder
zu
nicht hier
werden. Das
drauf?
sind einfach
Also
Leute,
wir
die
haben
wissen, dass
keinen
sie
Kanal
Ärger
oder so,
haben.
wir sind jetzt einfach nur so hier zum Besuch.
Okay, weil jede Messung, das ich gemacht habe, mit Foto, mit Messungsprogrammen und sowas
ja,
und
eben,
sowas.
und wir haben halt ein Foto gemacht vom Mont Blanc, vom Schauensland aus.
Ja.
Und theoretisch dürften wir den Mont Blanc gar nicht sehen wegen der Kurve. Also eben, wenn die Kurve
Wie
wirklich so
viele,
steil...
wie viele von dem Mont Blanc siehst du?
Ziemlich viel, fast der ganze Berg.
Ziemlich viel.
Ja, fast
Okay,
der ganze
ziemlich
Berg.
viel ist nicht sehen Mont Blanc. Ziemlich viel heißt, ein Stück ist
Nee, ist eigentlich
vermisst,
ein
ja?
Großteil vom Mont Blanc sieht man. Und
Ein
wenn man's-
Großteil.
Weißt du, was Isolation bedeutet bei einem Berg?
Isolation, ja, ich weiß, was Isolation heißt.
Man sieht die komplette Isolation plus.
Du siehst die komplette Isolation
Ja,
plus.
eben, und es ist
Da-
theoretisch
Das war nicht
möglich.
eine Antwort der Frage, aber wie viele von
hab
dem
jetzt-
Berg siehst du?
Komplett?
Ja, man
Komplett?
sieht halt fast bis an den
Siehst du den
Boden.
kompletten Berg? Okay, hier ist das Ding.
Das ist
Ich
nicht der
bin, wie
einzige.
gesagt, ich
Es gibt
bin
tausende
Slice
von
Barkin. Ich bin Slice Barkin. Guck mal auf meinen Kanal. Ich erwarte nicht, dass du mir an irgendwas glaubst. Ich erwarte das nicht. Okay? Aber was ich doch erwarte, bitte, ist ein Link zu diesem Foto, dass ich mir das nachschauen kann.
Also das
Wir
war,
haben
wir
kein
haben
Internet-
keinen, wir
Ich
haben
hatte
keinen
irgendwo-
YouTube-Kanal, das war für
irgendwo-
uns privat, haben wir das
Ja, aber du kannst das auch hochladen auf dem Flickr oder irgendwas.
Ja, nee, nicht unbedingt. So.
Also, du hast ein Foto, das du niemand zeigen willst.
Ich
Nee, das
will
war ja
dir
für
lieber
uns.
den Tipp geben, guck's einfach lieber nochmal selber nach. Weil du liegst ziemlich
Das
auf dem
war,
Holzweg.
nicht die Frage. Es war Beweis von euch, oder?
Das ist für uns einfach, wir haben das
Ja,
für
das
uns
meine ich,
halt
das
privat
meine ich.
gemessen.
Das meine ich.
Ich muss doch nicht deine Scheiße beweisen. Ich habe es für mich bewiesen und das heißt, es
Was hast du mit meine Scheiße zu tun? Mathematik ist nicht meine Scheiße. Okay? Und das ist eure Foto.
ja, das du scheinbar wohl überhaupt nicht.
Ich will es
beweisen.
sehen.
Ja, aber das ist ja unsere.
Oh,
Also, wir wollen
hi,
das gar nicht-
Slice Barkin, how you doing?
Oh, you're Slice Barkin. I've heard of you.
Ja. So,
Direkt eine Nervensäge.
Yeah.
Nee,
We're
ich bin-
talking about the distance from Mont Blanc.
okay,
to Schauensland.
basically what they're saying is that they have a photo from one location to Mont Blanc, hast du gesagt? They have a photo from one location to another, and I asked, okay, I'd like to see it. You know, I really would, because I like to measure this stuff. You know, that's just my thing.
Okay.
And they don't have it. They don't have it hochladen.
We don't have it
They
on
don't
there.
have it uploaded anywhere,
Okay.
which is, you know, I wouldn't expect that. But the gentleman seemed completely unwilling and desired not to upload it anywhere to have it checked. So,
Can I just check, are you still defending the globe? Are you,
defending the globe,
Yeah.
I'm defending fact.
which factor of the globe? Because I would love to know which scientific experiment you use.
All right.
All right. So, you can still hear me, right, Gio?
I'm still here.
Okay. So that was the entire interview. Like I said, I would have played it with the red and chest thing, but I had them do it deliberately dry, and so I probably would have put people to sleep with that. That was probably a poor choice of ideas on my side, even though I wanted to make it in English so that people watching it could understand it. And like I said, maybe at another date, maybe I'll show it. But it was pretty funny. But so that's it in a nutshell. The flat earthers that I ran into had nothing of any particular interest to tell me, to show me. There was nothing groundbreaking. There was nothing. There was nothing of any value, other than showing me that in person they're the same way that they are in chat comments. It's the whole, I have proof, go prove it yourself, crap, uh, misused buzzwords, misused mathematics. I'm sorry, it's just there's when am I going to find a flat earther who has done some honest work and who is going to
You mean
give me
like never?
and some honest responses, even to the work that they've done. So let's see here. Mr. 42, we should do a German video. I don't know how good that's going to go.
I planned to do one ages ago and never got around to it.
Well, I remember when you were asking about doing that. And
Yeah, just cuts your audience in half.
and shout out to I don't know if he's still around. There was another German debunker. His name was Keine Ahnung, and that was his channel name. And
Right.
he tried to when I went through when I did the bring your own proof live stream that one time. He asked me if that if he could do the same idea and stuff like that. I was like, shit, go ahead. And he did the same thing in German. And guess what? Nobody brought anything. Let's see. Never, because you cannot be honest and be a flurf. Yeah. No, I totally agree there, Jared. And so, I mean, but this was live. This was actually, in person with these people. Now, I was a little bit hurried when I started talking with Trinity because of the fact that I literally, towards the end of it, because I had literally been, my day sucked so bad waiting for these idiots. Okay, because basically they didn't announce where they were going to be. So I went to the central what do you call it, walking plazas, the Fußgängerzone.
You were at Römer, I remember.
Yeah, I was there. I was at that main shopping area and all this other stuff. And like I said, they got a great Lego store and they got a great DJI store. So but I was literally walking around all day trying to see where these guys were. And then you probably heard during my discussions with them, my phone going off. It kept on going bling, bling, bling. At least one of those people sending me messages was Geo.
Yes, because I was looking at their live stream.
hmm
And actually, it's like we had spoken before. I predicted they would be at Römer.
hmm
And they were at Römer.
Yep.
For those who don't know, Römer is like the central square in Frankfurt, this marketplace. I think that the name Römer is actually the name of the local city hall.
I think so.
Yeah, and that's the area you can see in the live stream here.
Yeah, and what do you call it? It's also it has a lot of historical elements that happen there as far as World War II or pre-World War II. What do you call it? As a matter of fact, in the balcony that was right behind them is well known. There's many photos. Actually, Hitler had actually stood there, gave at least one or two speeches, and so it's a very popular area for tourists
For
and people
idiots.
to come through. Yeah, for idiots. And but and as you can see, it was also raining. It was cold, and oh man, that day it sucked so bad. But the problem is that in order to continue on with my plans for the rest of the day, a couple of things that I had that were a little bit time sensitive, I had to be out of there by about 4 o'clock, and they had showed up like at 3 and started setting up. Now, me starting up this walk here, when I'm walking up to the area, I was actually walking all the way from that major shopping center, which was on the other side of downtown Frankfurt. And so
Is that the one with the weird roof? Is that the one you're talking about?
I think so, yeah.
With the weird glass thing in the middle?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, okay. I remember that one.
I don't remember anything about the roof, but I just remember all the glass. And but it was such a horrible day. It really was. And and I had people who were sending me Hangouts messages, mostly Hangouts messages, and what do you call it? And one or two people who were sending me stuff on through YouTube messages, and Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they're like, "Oh, they just started live streaming. Oh, I think I know what that area is." And then somebody, I think Gio actually sent me the link to the live stream that they were doing, and I was like, "Holy shit, I know where that is. That's over by that church." And so I started hauling ass over there with shopping bags underneath my jacket. I mean, I look like a wrapped up Christmas tree because my jacket was all ballooned out. It was funny as hell.
Ah, yeah. By the way, we were just corrected by ugly German truths in the side chat. The church is called Paulskirche, not Frauenkirche.
Yeah.
And yes, you're right. That's where the I think that this was this makeshift parliament that they built in there in starting 1848.
Okay, well
the revolution that went nowhere.
Right. No, I mean I know a little bit about that, but I'm not going to claim to be smart on all that as far as what actually went down there. I just know that when I went through there with School of Standards when I first got to Germany in the Army, they took us on a tour of downtown Frankfurt because I was actually stationed in Frankfurt. And of course, all anybody wanted to talk about was the fact that Hitler stood on that balcony, and they also showed us the big bronze plate that's on the ground there, talking about the book burnings that took place there. And but beyond that, I'm not going to claim to be any kind of historical expert on Frankfurt as far as stuff like that goes. Let's see here.
Also, not on that time. That 18. What is that? 19th, early and mid 19th century. That's just a blank hole. But after the Napoleonic Wars, it doesn't really seem to be anything happening for 30, 40 years.
Yeah, I should have went up there with a with a banner of my own, say "Got proof." That would have been fun. But nevertheless, all right. So I've drugged this out as far as it needs to go. Flat Earthers did not, do not, and still have not made any proof of Flat Earth itself. All they have is their own misconceptions, their presuppositions, their defense of their belief, and their confirmation bias based on false information and ill-used buzzwords. That's all there basically is to that. So I just wanted to put this out because, like I said, I had no way of making this into a video that was going to be in any way easy to structure other than playing out the whole thing and then just sitting there and laughing. So I hope everybody enjoyed it, and I appreciate everybody stopping by. Gio, thanks for helping me co-host this shit.
Yeah, I have one final question. So that dub with Chesh and Red. Did you ask them to do a German accent?
No.
God damn it.
No. In fact, this just to be said for in the future, should it ever be played, which I'm not intending on uploading it anywhere, but should it ever be played, I had made it very specific in the interest of defamation and all that other stuff. I had made it very specific that no accents or inflections or characterizations were to be done in the translation. In other words, in their overdubbing, it's very dry and sober. It's almost robotic. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. Reds makes one hell of an asshole flat earther, even without trying.
I mean, he's probably just natural in being an asshole. That's all.
And Chesh did her best as well to. In my opinion, she had much more personality in it. But again, that is not something that I plan on uploading anywhere because I've already shown everything else here. But ladies and gents, I really do appreciate you stopping by, and I hope you walk out of this just as informed as you were before that flat earthers have no argument. And y'all can find me on Twitter if you want to comment or engage in any kind of a discussion about it, because there's basically nothing for that on YouTube anymore. And or make comments below this. Also below this video, I will be linking the two other versions of this, which is when I debunked the entire banner in each individual piece that they had there, and as well as my interview with Trinity and the information that I was giving to him as well. Okay, so I just want to tell y'all, thanks for stopping by. And if you have any questions, you just let me know. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here. I still haven't figured out the boom yet, but now I probably could have played the boom now, but then I would have to set it up to share that particular thing, and I'm just not going to do all that shit. I've pushed enough buttons today. And so, anyway, y'all have yourselves a nice evening. And the stream has